Hey rum friends, welcome back to the channel. Today, yet another brand new rum cocktail, continuing my mission to create 100 brand new rum cocktails. I'm going to say now we're probably going to end up at 200, but 100's the mission right at this very second. This is number 20 now. This one, it's got a little bit of a spice note to it, which I absolutely adore, but it's also got tropical flavours. We've got strawberry going on there. We've got watermelon in there. But the base of this is a spiced rum, but also an apple brandy or Calvados. So let's dive in and show you how I've made it. Right, I've got a smile on my face because I'm so happy with the name of this cocktail. Tropic, like it's hot. Tropic like it's hot. If you don't get that, there's something wrong with it, but I thought that was real funny. Tropical, touch of chili. Yeah, that's where we're going for this. So, base ingredient, where we go? I'm going spiced rum this time. Remember, I do talk about the ingredients afterwards and give you some alternatives if you haven't got exactly what I've got here. There's also a free rum PDF ebook that I'm really happy with. This time, probably the best one I've ever done. You can download that in the description or the pinned comment. And there is also like loads of discount codes for rums, for urban bar, for like glassware, cocktail shakers, cocktail equipment, real, and all that sort of stuff. So dive into the description for loads of goodies. Right, first ingredients, 40 ml. 40 of this spiced rum. I say this every time, but what I like to do, how I like to do my cocktails is build out the sour element first. So rum, citrus, sugar, your daiquiri essentially, and then build cocktails out from there. And most of these are pretty standard, but we're going for 30 ml of lime juice, whether you're using a proper bottle like me or juicing your own at home. Then the sweetness, the syrups are coming in two forms. First of all, I'm going for a little touch of strawberry syrup or strawberry puree at 10 ml. Don't want too much here. 10 ml, there is another one coming. Then that is going to be complemented by some watermelon syrup. Strawberry and watermelon, love that. If that doesn't speak tropical, I don't know what does. So 10 ml. Watermelon. Right, so we have essentially made a strawberry and watermelon spiced daiquiri now to build it out. So this is going to be a little bit off the wall, but it's great. Calvados. I've got a 2-year-old Calvados here. Again, remember, I'll explain why the 2-year-old, explain the Calvados in a minute. What do I want? 20 ml, 20 ml. There we go. Haven't used it for a few recipes. I'm getting FOMO. My Benedictine, love my Benedictine. Honey liqueur, essentially 10 ml of this. I'm just going to lengthen this out slightly. This is cranberry juice, this ocean spray cranberry juice, pretty much the global player, I'm assuming, around the world. 30 ml, 1 ounce. Then the hot comes from these little bad boys. I will give you a close-up of these now, but we'll dive into exactly what these are in a minute. I'm hoping that label was around the right way, but if not, bear with me. And I want a drip, I'll explain the drip, of house bitters. Right. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Right. Also, I've got to do, that's lovely. That's so good. Also got to do now, ice, shake, and then we're going to serve it up. Don't forget, all these lovely glasses and cocktail shakers are from Urban Bar, and you can get 15% off your first 5 orders with the discount code in the description. I'm just going to strain that into fresh ice. I'm going to top up with crushed ice, make it look sexy, and take some photos. I cannot get enough of those bitters. Salt and pepper, spice. Oh, they're so good. It complements, like, I know mango spice, like spicy mango margaritas. Spicy mango is like the epitome of spicy, sweet and spicy. That's the combination. But I tell you what, watermelon and spice is a great sort of second. You've got that lovely short strawberry note there. You've got that lovely sort of soft appliness that comes through. Absolutely delicious. Complemented by the honey. That is just absolutely delicious. And I'm not a huge cranberry juice fan, but I love the cranberry juice because it works really well with strawberry and really well with watermelon. Just because it's not like a fun and fruity pineapple juice, the cranberry juice sort of just tames that back slightly, gets almost like tannic, is that the right word? Tannic notes. It's just beautiful. Super well balanced, like not sweet at all. I keep sort of saying that with my rum cocktails. You know, just because they've got flavour in them doesn't mean to say they are super sweet or cloying. That is beautiful. Absolutely love that. Right, let's talk you through the ingredients just to give you some ideas if you haven't got any of the brands or you're thinking, well, how can I replicate that? Look, let's start off with the Sly Dog spiced rum. The boys are very, secretive about the spices that go on there. I'm going to sort of say traditional kind of spices in there. It's important to note, yes, there is a little bit of sweetness in there, but it's not a bamboo or it's not a Kraken sweetness, not in the slightest. Absolutely delicious. So I do sort of get hints of cinnamon and nutmeg, maybe a bit of clove in there as well. But beyond that, there is something else in there, but I just cannot pick it at all. It's super delicious. So I would say, basically what I'm getting at is like a lovely, your favourite spiced rum. But if you are going a sweeter spiced rum, then just balance adjust, but because it will have more sugar to it. It will be a lot sweeter than what this is. That's what I'm driving at. I think while I'm on the booze, I might as well talk about the Calvados, the apple brandy. I've gone for the 2-year-old. If you've seen like previous videos in here from like 6-7 months ago where we are, I've got 4 different Calvados behind here, all from Flaggery, Domaine de Flaggery. The Pommeau, which we don't really need to talk about at this precise moment because no one really understands what that is. I've got a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, and the Blanche, the white. Now, the 2-year-old is spent obviously a little bit of time in barrels, but what that does is softens the Blanche. So the Blanche is the unaged one. It softens that off, it rounds it off, and you just get these big, juicy apple notes. Whereas the 6-year-old kind of, it's like whiskey. It sort of turns it a little bit too woody and not what I want from cocktails. I find the Calvados is beautiful. Like that 6-year-old would be perfect in Calvados old fashions and things like that. But where I want the apple note to shine through, I go for the lower aged rum. So not the Blanche, but the 2-year-old. I think that's, sorry, Calvados, not rum, but the 2-year-old. I think that's sort of perfect to bring those apple notes forward. Could you replicate this with an apple liqueur? Maybe a touch of apple juice, like maybe sort of 15 ml of apple juice in there. Yeah, you're kind of going to get similar sort of taste profiles. Obviously, the alcohol is going to be different, etc., etc., etc. But you're going to get the taste. That's the important thing. The Benedictine, as I've said, I haven't said this for a few videos and I'm getting new subscribers all the time now at the moment. Benedictine, if you don't know what it is, like the best way I can personally describe it, liquor 43 herbs and spices, but the overriding flavour is vanilla. For me, although Benedictine is a secret, we are led to believe 27 herbs, spices and things like that, but the overriding flavour is honey. Okay, I am gutted that I have spent a long time in my career without it. Didn't really understand it when I first tried it years and years and decades ago. But kind of got into it for the Singapore Slings, I think it was, sort of series I did, and fell in love with it because it's absolutely gorgeous. I've been saying on videos for ages, I've been looking for a great honey liqueur right under my nose. Absolutely delicious, fantastic, one of the best modifiers for cocktails. Massively underrated, the Benedictine. Let's dive into the sweeteners. Strawberry syrup, doesn't really need to explaining, but just if you are new to Real, 40% of the bottle is 100% fruit puree. The other 60% is sugar. So it's the best of the best strawberry that has gone into there, blended with sugar. Yes, if you are going to make it for yourself at home, you can make your own, like balance it. If you want to do like a 20% fruit and 80% sugar, if you want to do 80% fruit and 20% sugar, you can do. But Real spent millions like developing the perfect sort of ratio for just pour and squeeze into your cocktails. And the beautiful thing about them is they're not overly sweet, so you can play around with other syrups, other flavors, or jat, or falernum, or sugar, or honey, or whatever you've got. They are brilliant. Same with the watermelon. This is 40% watermelon in there as well. You know, could you get a fresh watermelon and muddle it down and add a bit of strawberry? Yes, of course you can. You know, for a lot of you, that might be the option because probably you're not going to have a bottle of watermelon. But for me, I go through, for hen party cocktail masterclasses, watermelon mojitos, watermelon margaritas are a firm favourite. Interestingly, so is lychee. Lychee is the big one at the moment. It's crazy. But yeah, so I've always got it. But, you know, watermelon is easy to get in every single supermarket. Fresh watermelon, bit of sugar, job done. Now, I think the final ones to talk about, yes, I have spoken about these before, but if you are, like as I say, I get new viewers all the time, so we need to discuss what these are. House salt and pepper bitters. And let's just turn you around on the back so you can see, is that right? I think that's right there. A drip, that's what we've used, a drip. So Dave has reinvented what the pipette means. It means a drip. A third of a pipette is a drip, which I really love. But the key thing, I missed this, even though I should have understood it because I know exactly what it is. Salt and pepper in Liverpool, where Dave is from, it means a very different thing to salt and pepper. Well, it is different. It's a different thing to what we would understand salt and pepper to. Up in Liverpool, the big thing in fish and chip shops with like spice bags and stuff like that is salt, pepper, chili, all that kind of stuff. But they call it salt and pepper chips or salt and pepper, whatever. So it has got chili notes in there. But the cool thing is it's got MSG in there as well. And the flavour that it gives is absolutely to die for. Right, I have got some additional things that I'm going to dive into the membership community now and sort of talk about with this cocktail as the things I would do. But for you, for normal people that are watching, you're not part of my membership community. If I said to you, right, I want watermelon and a strawberry cocktail that has rum in it, what would you do? How would you make it? Would you just do a strawberry and watermelon daiquiri? What other flavours would complement? How would you take this recipe and make it for yourselves at home? I'm interested. I'm enjoying reading these comments now. So my recipe and tweak it, or strawberry and watermelon, what would you do? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see more of my stuff and you aren't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to watch another video where I take on another cocktail, that will be number, what are we on? 20. That will be number 21 up there in a few days' time. But for now, it'll be one of the previous cocktails. Cheers. Oh, that's so good. So good.